Bonjour et bienvenue sur Personnel Branding France TV. Je suis ravie de vous retrouver pour ce nouvel épisode. Pour ceux qui ne me connaissent pas encore, je suis Lola Cuvelier, cofondatrice de Personnel Branding France. Personnel Branding France, c'est le site officiel des professionnels du Personnel Branding francophone. Depuis 2006, avec ma mère, Béatrice Cuvelier, nous avons à cœur de développer le Personnel Branding sur le marché francophone et de lui rendre ses lettres de noblesse. Car pour nous, le personal branding est plus qu'un processus, c'est une vraie philosophie de vie. Nous avons formé des centaines de personnes et nous avons accompagné des milliers de marques personnelles dans leur développement. Alors aujourd'hui, pour aller plus loin, nous avons décidé de créer notre propre web TV afin de vous donner une vision plus globale de ce que c'est que le personal branding et de vous présenter des personnes qui incarnent ce processus. Aujourd'hui, je reçois Riham El Hawary qui nous vient d'Égypte. C'est la pionnière du personal branding au Moyen Orient et elle a plein de choses à nous raconter. Elle va nous parler de sa marque personnelle mais aussi de sa vision du personal branding. Alors, trêve de bavardage, accueillons-la chaleureusement. Juste attention, cette interview est en anglais. Donc pour ceux qui ne parlent pas anglais ou qui ne parlent donc que français, mettez les sous-titrages juste en dessous de la vidéo. À tout de suite pour la suite.
Okay, perfect. So happy to see you, Riham. Can you tell us who you are for the people who don't know you?
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you, Lola, and it's very exciting to be in a successful TV program directly specified to personal branding. So well done to you, and welcome to your followers and your guests. I'm Riham El Hawary. I'm the founder and director of Persona International. It's a company based in Egypt. However, we have liaisons and we have business partners in the US and the UK. Actually, I started this company in 2007 with the aim of creating a complete world-class persona, helping people achieve this point, a world-class persona. Hence came my involvement with personal branding, because it is a very integral part of the concept we are presenting to our clients. I was certified in 2007, probably end of 2007, by Reach Communication in the US as a certified personal branding strategist and 360 degrees analyst. I was lucky to find them and find the concept so that I became the first certified person in personal branding in the Middle East region. So I've been like that for a while until it became a fashion and everybody now is excited and into the personal brand.
Yeah.
So this is in a nutshell who I am, what I do, and how am I related to the personal branding concept.
Okay, great. And what's your past? What you do before personal brand and persona international?
Okay, you're taking me so far, my dear, but okay. Well, I graduated in '94 from architectural school in Egypt.
Okay.
So I'm basically an architect. That was in '94. But I went into the line of engineering management until I became a managing director to one of the big cement conglomerates in Egypt. So I was managing director of one of the companies of this conglomerate till 2006, till the end of 2006. And I opened my company in 2007. So I'm initially an engineer, an architect, and then an engineer, and then an MD, and then a coach or a trainer or whatever you'd like to call me now.
Okay, great. And when you discovered the personal branding, and what's the impact of that in your life?
Yes. I'll answer you from the mentality of an engineer, basically, because when I first got to find it and approach it, I was still having this engineering mentality. So I thought about it in this way. Personal branding helps you. The concept of personal branding helps you to zoom in and restructure your future. It's a kind of a lens that when you know who you are and how people see you, so you would know that this is your brand. Because when we do the branding, if you remember in the 360 degrees analysis, we're trying to see how the people see you and how do you see yourself, and find this fine line between both, and hence this becomes your authentic promise of value. This is what is very much like you, even without you speaking. So when you focus your mind, your skills, your ability, enhancing your RAS, which is your recognition that this is me and this is where I'm going and this is the concept I'm selling to people, already you're zoomed, you're structured, you're focused. So personal branding, I believe it is a tool that would help you define who you are and help others to see you with the same lens you want them to see you with.
Okay, great. And in your life, that you see transformations, maybe when you discover, and between when you discover and now in your life.
Okay, when I discovered that when I started my business, so that was 2007, and to be honest with you, you until you mature enough in your business, if you're starting a new business, we say it's still a new business which is not mature. After a while, you mature your business, you mature your presence, and you mature your personal existence within the market. So personal branding helped me do this maturing part in a very short time. And of course, in the beginning, it had to change. Like, I mean, I wanted to sell myself in this way. No, this is not accepted. It's not conceived properly. Let me sell myself in that way. Being focused and being able to test the reaction within a coin-sized words, which what personal branding teaches, help you to find your really the mojo, your mojo, really find it, really get into it, embody this mojo, as I say. So it helped me to do this in a very short time, rather than trial and error phase, which lots of people pass through. It helped me now when you mention my name in Egypt, all of Egypt, when you mention my name or my company name, it's automatically linked with the brand that I'm selling, which is sophistication, which is a world-class persona. This is it. So, and now I can see after these years, I mean, like from 2007 till today, which we're talking about 13 years now, I would definitely when I start coaching somebody, I work on his personal brand 100%. I was lucky to work with political figures. I was lucky to work with people who have a public presence. And to be honest with you, without working with them on their personal branding thing, branding themselves on social media or branding themselves in the public eye, they wouldn't have got anywhere.
Okay. And for you, what's the difference between personal branding and personal marketing?
It is, to me, it is the same goal, the same aim. Because you cannot market something which doesn't have a brand. Correct?
Yeah.
So a brand, you have to create the brand in order to market, or what is it that you're marketing. So if you want to say it, personal branding is the concept marketing is the tool. One is a concept and the other is a tool. So your brand is your concept, but you need to use marketing tools to get this brand across to the public, whether on social media, whether in public speaking, even in your home, in your office, where even if you have a small business, even if you have a flower shop, you need to create a brand and you need to have the marketing tools to get this brand out to the public.
Yes, great, thank you. And you say you are in Egypt. I interview some people in different countries, and I was on Egypt too, 3 times maybe, and I see the different culture between European people and people from Egypt, Tunisia, or Morocco, that's countries. So you tell me that before you are the first one on Middle East. What's the culture of personal branding in these countries and in Egypt?
What is the what? Sorry, Lola, I didn't get that.
Okay. What's the mentality of people when we talk about personal branding in Egypt?
That's a very sensitive question. I'll have to say it as delicately as I possibly can.
Sorry, bye.
Well, we have to admit a fact, Lola, that Europe is quite advanced than us in people management and people skills enhancement. Personal branding is a people skills. It's a skill that any person can acquire or have to acquire if he has a certain career. So you are definitely advanced. The States are also advanced. In Egypt, we were lucky. I mean, like I leveraged the concept of branding, what you call it, commodity branding. I leveraged the concept of commodity branding, which at that time is known, and people know what is branding in Egypt after the multinational companies started to appear and spread all over the country. So, okay, the concept of marketing became there, the concept of branding became there, but the people did not understand at that time when we started, and I'm talking about 2007 at that time. They didn't understand the link between personal branding and branding. So I leverage on the concept that it's exactly like you brand your product, brand your company, but this is branding yourself. And I started to sell it in this format. I started to sell it is, if you as a multinational company, you put this amount of investment, say for example, the example that everybody work with, if we have the Volvo company here in Egypt, and I come to approach the Volvo company, I ask them, what is your brand, Volvo? Their brand is safety. Everybody knows that Volvo is safety. So what if one of your employees drove recklessly, or he had a car that when you look at it, it is not safe and secured, it's not a strong, competent car? What would would that add to your brand or not? And we go into the discussion that this takes out from their brand. Then how to make your people reflect your brand? So at that concept, they understood what is personal branding is within the corporate system. And then we move to the small companies or the one-man company. If I am, for example, a dentist, my brand would be like accuracy, sophistication, honesty, professionalism, neatness, even neatness in my clinic. And he has his persona, his neat in himself, he's not having an immaculate hair or properly dressed. So his image does not reflect the brand he's selling. Hence, people will not believe that when they go into his clinic, they will find the service he's promising us to have. Starting from these two basic concepts, people started to understand and appreciate what personal branding is. After the revolution, which was in 2011, and everybody's using the social media like crazy. I mean, like, even if you're not properly educated or you didn't finish your high school, you still have your Facebook, your WhatsApp, and everything. The spread of the social media and the users of the social media helped us and sustained the development of spreading what personal branding is. So this is how it started at the beginning. It's you just have to make an analogy to what branding is in concept, and what is the part people play in fortifying this brand.
Okay. Because when I discussed to people from Romania and Turkey, they tell me that it's very complicated to develop personal branding in these countries, because like Romania, there's a communist countries before, and now people don't want to show them on web.
You mean?
Yeah, and we talk about West Europe and East Europe.
Yes.
And when I discuss with people from America, it's very different. Like Brazil and like America and from Canada, it's very different between them and us in Europe, in France, maybe. So, and when I talk with my collaborator from Tunisia, she told me that it's very complicated to be a woman in Tunisia to develop personal brand, because stereotypes is here there. You have the same in Egypt, maybe?
Okay, if we are talking in the same line, which is the personal perception in terms of our culture, to be honest with you, I didn't find this problem here in Egypt at all.
Okay.
Because we promote, especially the new generation, they promote individuality. They appreciate, they like to be who they are. And again, we started in 2007, so I didn't have a problem. Maybe before that, then it would have been a problem. But starting from the years 2000s and onwards, no, we don't have that, not specifically for women, for example, because when I started working in engineering field, which is a male-dominant industry, I started working in 1994, and I was a managing director at the age of 32. So I was the first lady engineer. I was the first managing director in this age and with this gender as a female. So no, we don't have this problem being publicizing we are. Our problem was in meaning. So we want that, but we don't know how to define it, how to put a structure to it. But for example, now personal branding is one of the things that is required in all universities before you graduate. I mean, like, I do lots of conferences with 20 years, say starting 19, 20, 21 years students to prepare themselves for the job market. They compulsory take what personal branding is, so that they can sell themselves to the companies when they do interviews. Personal branding and individuality in terms of our culture. If any culture is really serious about the concept of entrepreneurship, personal branding goes hand in hand with entrepreneurship. So
yeah,
in terms of cultural concepts and personal perception of people, no, I wouldn't say like 100% of the Egyptians, of course not. But at least if we are talking about the 30% youth, I can tell you that publicizing their individuality, their strength, their brand became a must and a must-have.
Great. Good thing. And you tell me that you make some conference. I see you on TV in Egypt. That's it.
The line is breaking again, Lola. Sorry.
You tell me that you make conference or interview, and I see you that you are in TV, in Egyptian TV.
Yeah, in the Egyptian TV.
Yeah, you are an animator, entertain.
No, I till the line break. I can just figure out what you're saying, but I cannot hear it.
Okay, you work on the Egyptian TV, no? You hear me or not?
Yes.
Okay, so you work on Egyptian TV. I see that.
No, I'm a guest speaker. I'm interviewed in lots of TV channels here in Egypt. Yes.
Okay, great. And in these interviews, you speak about personal branding or something else?
Well, I speak about personal branding. I speak about image management, communication skills between within the family and in the business context. I speak about people, how to develop leaders, basically, and definitely personal branding just jump into any of those subjects. So it just happens.
Okay, great. And what's your brand? If you can tell us some characteristic of your brand, what's this? Okay. The characteristic of your brands. What's what it is?
Okay, my brand, if that I worked on very adamantly, which is a world-class persona.
Mm.
My brand is a world-class persona. So I embody that. In other terms, you have to talk about sophistication. So you have to be very careful about what you wear, how you speak, how you iterate the voice, how to pick the proper terms if you're going to speak, how to reflect confidence, how to reflect personality. So if we gathered all of this is a world-class persona, embodying world-class persona. Thank God for this. It is accepted. It is seen this way. I always test it from time to time that the way I want people to view me and view my business is this. I test it and it is still valid. As I told you, Lola, personal branding is a living, breathing thing. You have to feed it. You have to make sure it is there. You have to make sure that nothing culturally came over it that tarnish it. It is a living thing that lives with you wherever you are. So my brand is a world-class persona, embodying a world-class persona. It's all about sophistication. It's all about confidence. It's all about assertiveness.
Great. And when you sorry, my French is coming. So when you talk about persona, what is this? Because some people in France don't know that.
Persona, it is it is the character that you embody when you are in a public eye. So for example, Lola, who is at her home, watching TV in her PJs, this is your personality, it's your comfort zone, it is you in your home. But once you wear your shirt and you sit in front of the Zoom camera, you embody a certain character, because this is how you want your audience to see you, and this is how you want me to see you and communicate with you according to this persona you're giving. So this is persona. Persona, it is the embodiment of the character that you want people to see you in, and you reflect it with your clothes, with your tone of voice, with your body language, with your eye contact, every single inch of your body.
Okay, because in French, persona is our audience, our avatar.
Ah, yes, okay.
So that's why I ask you what's for you.
But persona, you know, it's actually a Greek word. So it's basically have a very ancient roots. And it is Greek, as far as I remember.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. What you can tell to the people who want to develop to embody their personal brands, and they have fear, they have something to know, take actions?
Okay. I would always tell them, simplify. Everything is simple, everything is attained once you simplify. So starting your personal brand, it is the post you put on your Facebook in the morning, or the post you put in Instagram in the morning. If you just think about, when I'm putting this, people will see it, and this is how they think of me, then you are on your step to personal brand. So you're actually doing the branding. So you are doing personal branding, even if you're not aware that you're doing personal branding. So actually, we are all branding ourselves. I mean, like, for example, if you put a certain post out of character, Lola, don't you find that your friends call you, Lola, are you okay? We just saw your post and we got worried. Because you gave them a feeling, you gave them a brand, you gave them a character which is of your brand. And they wanted to check that you're okay or not. So this is personal brand. I only advise everybody that make it easy for the people around you to know who you are, which means that you have to be clear, you have to be consistent, so that I would know who Lola is. So when I deal with Lola, I wouldn't hurt her, I wouldn't stress her. You are clear to me. So personal branding is a very effective communication tool when it is clear and when it is consistent and concise. It helps other people to communicate with you the same way you want them to communicate with you. So this is how I see it. This is how I advise them. Is just create a sustained, consistent, clear image of yourself, so people would know how to communicate with you better. And hence comes, this is your brand.
Yeah, great. So if you have, you won't tell us other things? Do you have something
regarding?
Do you have something else to tell us?
Yes, I would just want to say that I'm so happy to find someone like you using technology and trying to spread the word and reaching out to people who she knows and people she doesn't know from all over the world, to give a quality information and a diversified concept to your viewers. I'm very proud of you. I can see that you're young and you're feisty and full of energy. That excites me a lot. So I want to tell you, I hope that there will be lots of people like you, Lola, and will work each in his field. And I'm sure that by your character, by your enthusiasm, we'll definitely have a better world to live in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear.
And where we can show you, when we can take in contact with you just after this replay?
You will find me on all social medias as Riham El Hawary. I already tagged you in some posts, so you will have Riham El Hawary on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. It's just my name, or my company, which is Persona International. But by time, I think my brand became stronger than the company brand. So I mean, like, still love me. What can I do?
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I am so happy to interview you. When I discover you, it's I am wow. I can be in contact with her. So I show you on Instagram, and I see you on the Reach annual index. So it was a pleasure to me to meet you, and I hope that one day we can
meet in person.
Meeting in personal,
I come to France. I'll manage it one way or the other, and we'll sit together and we'll talk face to face. Maybe do one combined live together when we meet.
Maybe. And I was in Egypt and for the stories. When my mom is pregnant, and I was on her inside. She make a travel in Egypt for work, and she stay in airport 30 hours when she is pregnant.
God.
And for me, Egypt is it's my first travel, because I wasn't inside, but it's my first travel. So I love Egypt. I love your country. So maybe one day I come back.
I would love to see you when you come and entertain you and show you Egypt with my eyes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear. I wish you the best of luck. I wish your audience happiness and more personal branding maturity.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Same to you, my dear.